The Whisperheads rose around them like the teeth of some vast, broken jaw. Jagged rock pressed close on every side, choking the advance lanes. Low cloud clung to the mountains, swallowing sound and distance alike. The Luna Wolves moved carefully, their armored forms reduced to shapes in the fog. Sensors struggled. Vox traffic warped and echoed. This was meant to be a simple policing action. Yet from the first step into the mountains, something felt wrong. The bunker was old. Its concrete was scarred by weapons long obsolete. Its blast doors pitted and blackened. No banners marked it. No symbols claimed allegiance. It was not a fortress meant to impress. It was a place built to endure and to hide. The entrance waited in silence, as if aware of the warriors approaching it. The Luna Wolves divided their strength before the assault. Fire teams fanned out across the mountainside, sealing escape routes and establishing overlapping fields of fire. This was no blind advance. The bunker had not been abandoned. Enemy signals flickered and vanished across their sensors. The defenders were inside, waiting, and they intended to fight. Sergeant Jubal took point with confidence. He had always been reliable, aggressive but controlled. A warrior others trusted instinctively, he gestured his squad forward without hesitation, leading them deeper into the complex. No caution, no doubt. To Jubal, this was just another purge, and purges were what the Luna Wolves did best. Garviel Loken peeled away from the main advance. He moved alone, weapon raised, senses sharpened. Not because orders demanded it, but because instinct did. The shadows seemed thicker here, the air heavier. Loken could not explain it, but something in the bunker felt attentive, as though it knew his name. The first body lay sprawled across the corridor floor. A Luna Wolf. Armor ruptured at close range, weapon still clutched in a lifeless grip. There were no enemy remains, no sign of crossfire, no blast damage consistent with insurgent weapons. Astartes were not supposed to die like this. Loken felt a cold knot form beneath his gene-enhanced calm. Further in, the truth became unavoidable. Jubal's squad lay scattered across the chamber, bodies twisted, armor torn open by familiar weapons. This was not an ambush. This was not an accident. This was murder. Jubal stood among the dead. His armor was cracked. Blood streaked his plate, yet his posture was relaxed. Too relaxed. He turned slowly, eyes locking onto Loken. There was no rage in him, no confusion, only a calm that did not belong. They faced one another in the narrow corridor. Brothers, warriors, Astartes. Loken demanded answers. Jubal did not reply. Instead, he laughed softly, as though amused by a private joke. Jubal attacked. The clash was brutal and intimate. Ceramite smashed against ceramite. Blades scraped sparks from armor. There was no elegance, no honor, only violence between beings never meant to fight one another. Loken felt disbelief give way to survival. The final blow dropped Jubal to the floor. He lay motionless, weapon fallen from his grasp. Blood pooled beneath him. For a moment, the universe seemed to correct itself. The impossible had ended, or so it seemed. Then the body twitched. Once, twice. Armor creaked as something inside strained against it. A wet, grinding sound echoed through the corridor. Loken raised his weapon again. Cold dread settled in his gut. Jubal's form convulsed violently, limbs bent at impossible angles. Armor split as flesh beneath reshaped itself. Bones cracked and reformed. This was no wound reaction, no biological anomaly. This was possession. The thing that rose from Jubal was no longer human. It howled with feral hunger, tearing through the bunker corridors. Walls shattered. Bodies were flung aside like debris. The name echoed from its throat, over the vox, through the stone. Samus. The remembrancers never stood a chance. They had come to observe history, to record triumph. Instead, they became part of it. Two died in moments, screams cut short, lives erased without meaning. Keeler and Cinderman were trapped, pressed against cold concrete, breath ragged, hope fading. The monster closed in, its presence filling the corridor. Samus whispered again, closer now. Loken burst into the chamber. He did not hesitate. He did not think. He charged. This time there was no restraint. Loken destroyed the creature utterly. Bolt, blade, fury, until nothing remained that could rise again. The name vanished with it. Samus was gone. For now. The bunker fell silent. Smoke drifted through the corridors. Bodies lay where they had fallen. No one spoke. There were no words for what had occurred. Official reports would omit the truth. There would be no mention of possession, no record of a demon, no explanation. But Loken would remember, and somewhere in the dark, the name waited.